is Shaman here, a brand new video. Today we are doing What If Deku had the elemental hero powers. Now we're doing all the elemental heroes, even the Neospacians, but not any Destiny heroes. But we could do it, elemental heroes. So you must set up the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Now, Deku Kit is a human, actually. He wouldn't turn into them. He has the ability to turn into them, but only for a few minutes, So, this is where the part was going to begin. So, let's say that, okay, so Deku was like a little kid, and his dad had the powers of him, though. Like, his powers would be Destiny heroes. So, his grandfather would have heroes, Destiny heroes, Neospacians, all that stuff. So, his son would have all of them except the Destiny heroes. And his father and his mother would still live together, and they're like, his dad would be the number 2 hero, and his dad would be the number 3 hero. And, Bakugo would actually not, Bakugo still hates Deku. So each time when Deku gets mad, though, all of his, elemental heroes turn to, like, heroes, E-V-I-L, evil heroes. Yeah, the evil heroes archetype, like, if anytime he gets mad, though, his heroes immediately turn dark, though, so evil hero, wild, yeah, all of his heroes would turn dark, though, and, yeah, so all of them would turn evil if he gets super mad at somebody. So, let's say that he's a hero. So, Deku would be a little kid, and they would get money, but they live in a little apartment, though. They live in a house. Let's say that they live in a house. So then immediately Deku, Deku has been like, in preschool everyone would say what's his powers, and he would say elemental heroes, and he would say, what does that mean? So he immediately says, Deku to control his powers. So when he's a grown up though, he would not need the cards anymore. But it's not like Zark's powers, he doesn't have to eat them, he just has to say, I fuse elemental hero flare, elemental hero wing, Avion with Flare Wingman to create elemental hero Flare Wingman. So a small Flare Wingman with the size of him would appear, and everyone would say cool, and they would look at him and stuff. And Bakugo would get really jealous and stuff like that. So this is elemental hero Flare Wingman, a small version of them, like a kid version. So it'll be called elemental hero elemental hero kid Flame Wingman. So Deku, when his heroes go away, they immediately, he can say you guys can defuse. So they would defuse and then they would go away into it back his cards. So it is like Zark's, but like it's different. He doesn't have to eat them. So, I don't want to say, do you have any more elemental heroes? And he says, yeah, I have like a lot of them. So he says, I fuse elemental hero Flame Wingman with elemental hero Centrix with Flare Avion to create Flare Wingman. And he says, you already showed us this, but then he shows him that I fuse elemental hero Flame Wingman with elemental hero Sparkman to create elemental hero Kid Flame Wingman, Shiny Flame Wingman. It's a little big thing. It's like a big buttload of them. Just call them Kid Flaming Wingman. And it's so shiny and stuff like that. And in the future and stuff, like, he still needs cards though. But, at the end of their, like, close to their end in middle school, though, Bakugo would say that, he would say that I'm gonna become a hero and stuff like that. And Deku says he's gonna become a hero, and nobody has ever seen his quirk, though, and says, Deku, are you quirkless or something? He says, no. And Bakugo says, yeah, he's not quirkless, though. He has this weird power. It's called Elemental Heroes. And it would say, show us. And the teacher would say that, well, we never seen this quirk ever, so he would say, I'll allow it, but he says he can only use it once. So then he immediately summons Elemental Flame Wingman, but it's still as a kid, so it would be the exact same size as him. And immediately everyone would be looking at it, though, and would say, that's so cool, though. And, did you say, yeah, you guys can touch it, though, if Deku allows it? He says, yeah. So they touch it a little bit, though, and stuff. And it would say, can that thing fly? And he would say, yeah. So, at the end of the day, it would immediately fly, though. And it would show its firepower zone and stuff. So then it immediately defused after 15 minutes. That's how long they have to fuse and then defuse. and they would show up to um they would immediately get the rest of them. So yeah, this is where Deku. So after, so this is what's gonna happen. Deku is walking down the place though, and he gets attacked by Sludge Villain. Now the Sludge Villain. So let me tell you something. His armor can become the Elemental Heroes, but the armor has only a 15-minute time limit like them, so it's not like infinite though. So he immediately tells Flare Wingman to combine with him again, and it does. So it creates this. So then he would use this fire to get the Sludge Villain off him, and it does a little bit. And you can still see his face in that mask. So this would be like a mask though. And Deku does not get all for one of this. So don't say, oh, Deku's gonna get All Might's quirk. Now, if I want, you guys can pull, but I will give him this one for this only one. So All Might would get the punch the Sludge Villain out, and he's scattered into like a lot of pieces. And he would say that he would grab onto so let me tell you something really important. Deku would grab onto All Might's leg and tell him that, can I become a hero though? And he would say yes with a strong quirk though. And he would tell him that everyone mostly half of the class is less scared of his power, and everyone's saying that mostly half of my class is scared of my powers anyway. And he would say, oh, that weird monster thing, and he would say it's mostly called, he would show him his cards, and when he's still skinny, and he turns skinny, and he would say that, wait, are you the real All Might? He says, yes, I am, and all that scars and stuff. And he would say, kid, you can become a hero, but he tells him that when they're talking a little bit, though, and stuff on the roof, All Might would still tell him that you shouldn't have grabbed on my leg and stuff. And he tells him that, don't tell this anyone to your friends, though. And he tells him that, I really don't have that many friends. People only like me because of my quirk. And he would say, that's not true. But he tells him that story when he was like a little kid. When his powers weren't showing up that much, though. He could only summon one elemental hero. Everyone would just say, and that's lame, though. And All Might would tell him that you can still become a hero even with that quirk. And Deku walks down, though, but then Sludge Villain gets out, so Bakugo gets attacked by the Sludge Villain, and everyone says stay back, though, and he says the only person that can save him is me. And he gets, I have to find good elements here that can block off, like, fire and ice. Yeah, right there. Element Hero Sub-Zero. So it's ice ability, so he would be in his armor, though, and saying, nowhere fear, it's Element Hero Sub-Zero. And I would say, who the heck is that guy? And he would use his ice abilities on the Sludge Villain. And he immediately freezes the Sludge Villain, so the ice is so thick that Sludge Villain's sludge on Bakugo immediately falls off. And he grabs Bakugo. And he would say, I didn't need your help, Deku. And he says, who is this Deku speaking of? I'm Element Hero Sub-Zero. And this is a fusion material, so it would be like 15 minutes long. And the normal heroes are last for 20 minutes. And Deku immediately, but All Might would, immediately, buff up again, though. And he would, capture the Sludge Villain still. And he would tell him that, he would tell everyone this one thing only. Even if you don't have a strong quirk, you'll still become a hero. And he goes off by making, an ice. He can, he switches through his heroes really fast so nobody can see him. And he switches to Flare Wingman. And he flies off. And they're saying, nobody needs that fucking hero anyway. And he is the third hero, but he's trying to become the second. But then he goes home, though. And All Might doesn't know where he lives because All Might said, where do you live, kid, anyway? And he would figure out. So the next day, they would get a knock, and Deku said, I got it. So then he would tell him that it's All Might, and All Might would say that, kid, you did a good job, though, with the Sludge Villain. He says, what do you mean, though? He says, don't play dumb. I know it was you. And say, yeah, it wasn't me though. And he would say that, I would like you to become my, I would like you to become my protege, or at least my protege though. And he says, okay. So they're like going at the beach though, at like around like 3 a.m. though. And he told his mom, he says, that's wonderful though. Instead saying, yeah, do that. And he would be training with All Might though. And All Might would say that, so how many elemental heroes do you have? All he would say which ones, like he would say fusions or non-fusions. He'd say all the fusions, and I'm searching up all fusion lists of elemental heroes. Numbers. Let's just say there's around 50. He says he has 50 or more, though. He really didn't count them. So then All Might would say that, do you have an elemental hero that can, like, just, like, clear up all these? So he turns the elemental hero, this one. This wind one. So he creates, like, a small tornado to, like, compress all the rubble. And he's still, like, as a, like, small kid, though. So he compresses all the rubble into, like, a ball you can actually pick up in your hand, but it would be really heavy. So then Bakugo would see this, say, wait, is that Deku? And he runs up to him and says, Deku, and, he would say that, Deku, heck, he would tell him that, his mom knows about his quirk, though, and he would say that, who saved you? And he said, it was Deku. He says, you should say thanks to that kid, though. And he tries to find him he says, I'm not doing that. He says, you better find him. And he does, and All Might would say, oh, young Bakugo, and he would say, Deku, what the heck are you doing out here with All Might? And, All Might would say, yeah, you can't tell him. So he would tell him that I'm training with All Might to get a UA. And he would say, he would run though, and he would say that, my mom told me to say thank you though, and Bakugo, and one time ever said thank you. And I want to say that, sorry. So, Bakugo would say, sorry and stuff, like, he would say thank you and stuff, and All Might would say, wait, young Bakugo, do you want to help me and young Midoriya train? And he says, why not? So they're using their explosion quirks and his tornado quirk to, his wind type quirk to, like, destroy the rubble. And he would say that, really, Sub-Zero for your name? And he says, what? And he'd say, that was you could call yourself, like, something cool, like, Ice King or something. And he says, I really don't like naming them that much. And he says that, when he's picking up the last piece of the rubble, though, immediately his turn back to normal. It's just crap. And he can switch quick them, though, but he can't, like, switch quick them in the fusion form. But he can, but it's, like, a little harder. So he immediately turns into his... So any dark-type monsters, like those, hero... So, like, dark-type monsters would immediately have abilities like black holes and stuff. So this one has a black hole. So immediately, when he touches the rubble that's gonna fall, he immediately opens a black hole and sucks up the rest of the rubble. And he would call this when elements you have Black Hole Man. And Bakugo says, really? You're still calling him that? And he says, what? And I'm saying, you could call yourself, Incinerator Man, Destroyer Man, something else. And he said, I really don't like naming them. He says, fine with you then. So after they're done training stuff and pick up the rubble, All Might would say that, he says, Deku, here you go, this, and he immediately gets the mask off of him, though. And he would say, wait, Deku, you can get that mask off or something? He says, yeah. And he immediately eats the hair and says, I don't feel anything, All Might. And he told him about a secret and stuff like that, and saying, wait, what's happening? And he told him that All Might told me that I'm going to become his successor and stuff, and he said, okay then. So he tries harder to, like, train more. So he is training harder. So, after this, it's for the, training thing. the heroes exam in UA. So now, when we're continuing on, please guys, please like this video and comment what you want me to do with this what if. Do you want an evil version of Deku? Or do you want Deku to become an evil hero or a good hero in the next series? I know it's going to become evil next time. So yeah, so Deku is there, and Deku immediately like has to wear. So Deku has a dual disc though, and the dual disc is small though. So like, it's like in a small form. So let me search up Yu-Gi-Oh! Dual disc, and I'll show you the one he has. Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Dual Disc My Hero Academia. Now, can we find one that's like that? So, let's just say it's like the regular duelist from the anime. So let's just say it's like this. Let's just say it's like this. Let's say it's part of this, and it's smaller, so it can fit on him. Though it's like the sharp thing would get smaller. It's made of real metal and stuff, so like it's where you can summon more of them. And after they talk about all the robots and stuff like that, they say go. So Deku immediately transformed to. He summons all the elemental heroes. So let's say he summons Elemental Hero Flame Wingman, Elemental Hero Sub-Hero, Elemental Hero Black Hole Man, and some other Elemental Heroes. But he can only summon 5. He can summon more, but like he's only gonna keep up to 5 because it's hard to control them all. Save. So immediately Deku turns into a. Deku says that he summons Elemental Hero Neos and Elemental Hero. He summons 2 more, so let's say he summons Elemental Hero Core and Elemental Hero Nova Master. So he turns into the Elemental Hero Sub Neo. He says it's me. He'd say that it's Elemental Hero Sub-Zero. And it actually rolls off the tongue really good. And Deku immediately use some ice to like freeze the robots, destroy them, and switch to Flare Wingman to burn them or something. To like move around, fly, and like destroy them. And Endeavor would say, wait, that's Sub-Zero, it's this kid. And Deku's dad would be there too. And he says, who you thought it was though? And I thought he was just a pro hero or something, like a vigilante. And he says, no, that was my son. And Endeavor's really mad now. And he can't see the fight, but he can't give Deku any points though. So he's not part of the judge things. So Deku's like destroying more though and stuff. And he hears Ochaku screaming though. Now he uses Elemental Hero Kid. Like Elemental Hero Kid. I think this one, right? Yeah, it's Hero Kid. It has to have Elemental Hero in its name, or Kid, or Hero. So he immediately transformed into Elemental Hero Kid. And he immediately copies stuff 2 times, so then there's 3 of them. And he turns back to his immediately Sub-Zero. And he tells the Hero Kids to transform into Master Nova and Black Hole Man. And they do. So immediately they're like picking up the rubble off of Ochaku. And Deku immediately turns into Elemental Hero Neo. So he jumps up really high in the air. And he immediately like slices the robot in half. And he immediately jumped down though. So then after the fusions like getting all the rubble off her, she falls, but like the fusions immediately go away, because if they like split up 3, then they immediately go away. And Deku sees that the fusions already went away though, and she's still on the ground. So he immediately goes down there, runs after her, and grabs her. And he would start running really fast. And the robots are like falling like two ways though. Like both of them are falling forwards. And he would turn to Sub-Hero and we would shoot ice on the robot to stop it. Like create ice pillars and stuff to stop it. So this ice is way stronger than steel or stuff. So it would take like a buttload of heat to like destroy it. Oh yeah. So Deku would oh, that was a short shadow, that was for something else. That was yeah. So say wait, what the heck was that? Guys, check out a new video. I hope it's a let me check these guys for a second so then we can figure it out. Yep, and it is yep, anime deep dive. I never watched those. Sorry man, I don't watch anime deep dive, sorry. I really don't get hooked on it really easy. Sorry. So when Deku transforms into a Element Hero, his dualness immediately goes away. So after he guts her though, he turns back to normal. And immediately, he used Black Hole Man to like destroy the to get any rubble that's falling off of it still. And that's it. So then he walks though, and Endeavor immediately goes up to Deku. And he grabs him like he was actually gonna like punch him or something. Like you see when people like get grabbed in or Shaggy and the bikers were the guy was grabbing him though, like that. And it says, "Kid, I saw you what you did." And I said, "What do you mean?" And he says that stop playing shits and giggles with me. Shits and giggles. Endeavor, Fire Quark, number 3 hero in this timeline. What ifs? Sorry, I had to check those. Those actually look really decent. So Endeavor says that I know you were that Sub-Hero guy or something. And says, I really don't know you mean. And he says, stop playing shits and giggles with me, kid. First thing, you should have not played hero. Second thing, you could have got somebody killed. Third thing, he immediately gets a fireball though and says that, well, you're actually gonna kill a kid or something. He says, I'm not gonna kill you, I'm gonna mark you. He says, eh? So he immediately gets his fireball. And his dad's not there to stop him though. So he immediately like puts his fire on his eyes though. Immediately like he got a big scorch mark. So it's like Todoroki's. It says next time when you try to play hero, remember that what's gonna happen to you. And he's so mad though and stuff. And he's not gonna do anything though because let's say he does do something because he immediately summons Sub-Hero. And it says evil version of Sub-Hero, so he would call it Element Hero Dark Sub-Hero. Immediately freeze Endeavor. So he freezes him though, his feet. And Endeavor's not strong enough from the ice, so he would say, what the heck is this? And he would say that, well, next time when you try to bully a kid though, remember this though. And he immediately stabs Endeavor in the arm with an ice thing in his arm though. And no, a kid saw this though, and like he would Todoroki would see this though, and he would really not care. And he would see Deku going off though with Flame Wingman. And he would say that, remember who did that anyway though, and kid actually had to do your job, Endeavor. So now he goes home and his dad's not disappointed, but he's still mad at him and Endeavor. And his dad would say, you have anything to say to yourself? He says, what do you mean? And he says, I saw you what you did to Endeavor. And he says, I know you did that, and I know he's wearing his mask still though. And he says, you might want, he says, take off that mask, and he takes it off though. And he sees that big scorch mark on him, and says, what heck happened? And Endeavor grabbed me and stuff like that. And he's not crying though. And he would say that, I really can't do anything because he can't really do anything because technically Deku didn't really have to do the hero job though. And he tells him that to just go to bed though, and he does. It's like really late though. So he trains more with All Might and stuff. So now he's in UA. And they go. So he's going. And he walks there and he still has that scorch mark, but everyone sees it. And he's wearing he's not wearing a hoodie or something, but everyone sees a scorch mark with his like white eye though. Like a pure white eye though, and like a big scorch mark. So then he actually falls, and Chaco saves him, and she would say it's a bad. He would say, "Wait, what heck happened?" And she would say that, "Oh, I didn't want you to fall on your first day." And would say, "Thanks." So he immediately charges up, and she says, "What happened to your eye, though?" He says, "A stupid hero endeavor like scorched me, though." And he says, "What for?" And you remember that hero that was on the TV saying that kid Bakugo, that weird kid with the explosion quirk, and the slave villain said, "Yeah," and that ice hero came there, yeah, and he said that was me, and she remembered and said, "Yeah, you were that kid." She would say, "Wait, what?" And he would show her that quirk, and say it's me, and she would say that, "Wait, what?" And they would talk a little bit outside, but then they have to go, so they go, and Deku, Deku immediately sees Ida and says, "My name's Ida." He would say, "My name is Ida Tenya," all that stuff, and he would say, "Wait, aren't you that kid that like destroyed the Zero Robot completely though, with those weird elemental heroes, I think?" And he says, "Yeah," and Kirishima says, "Yeah, you're that kid that oh yeah, and you're that he would see that mark though, and he'd say, "Wait, what happened to your eye?" And says that Endeavor scorched me, and he would say that, and another kid, let's say that Bakugo said that, "Yeah, you did get scorched by that stupid." You would say, "Yeah, you did get scorched by Endeavor though." And he would say that, "I know what you did though." He said, "What do you mean?" And he says, "I know you transformed that sub-hero guy and like saved me or something." And they say, "Wait, what? You were sub-hero?" And he says, "Yeah, I was though." His dad was not there because he was technically across the stage to save somebody else. So this we're going to so this is where the part where I was actually going to conclude it off here because I don't want to spoil any more. This where the second part will be really good, so I hope you guys like it, and bye.